just want this channel to be a place for everybody, no matter if you use all clean beauty, all conventional beauty, if you're just curious about certain brands. Welcome to my channel. Subscribe if you aren't already. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Lindsay, and today we're doing a video I've been wanting to do for the longest time. And I feel like now is the perfect time to do it. As you guys may have noticed, there's a little bit of backlash, there's a little bit of controversy surrounding clean beauty at the moment. So I want to share with you guys conventional beauty favorites that I still own. Not only that I still own, but I still use and I still love. The reason I want to make this is essentially, if you haven't watched any of my older videos where I explain why I started this channel, kind of what my channel is about, is when I first got into cleaner beauty, I noticed there wasn't a lot of glam looks on YouTube. I just noticed there wasn't a lot outside of this sort of like natural look box. I just noticed it wasn't as fun, it wasn't as free, if that makes any sense, as some conventional beauty YouTubers channels. And the reason I started this channel is, one, to bring you guys more glam looks, and two, just to make a clean beauty fun. That's why I don't talk a ton about ingredients on my channel, because we're all gonna have our opinions on that. You guys probably have just the same amount of information that I do, so I give you guys the chance to have your own opinions and not really force mine on yours about which ingredients I think are good, which ingredients I think are bad. And the reason I do this is I just want my channel to be fun, to try out new products without having that sort of, oh, is this good? Is this bad? Should I use this? Blah, blah, blah. You know, stuff like that. Is that making sense? I hope you guys feel me. Also, when I first got into clean beauty, I felt like there was just this sort of like elitist vibe with it, that if you did use clean beauty, like your routine had to be flawlessly clean, the rest of your life had to be perfect. And I just, you know, that's not real. I feel like most of you guys will agree with me on this, is clean beauty is not perfect and it really shouldn't have to be. I acknowledge that clean beauty is not going to work for everybody. It's more expensive, it usually has more essential oils, a lot of people have sensitivities to those essential oils, not everyone's going to be able to afford it. A lot of these clean beauty brands are inclusive in their shades as well, so I don't expect you guys to use clean beauty. I'm just here to share with you guys these new brands and play around with new products. I'm always willing to broaden my horizons on the products I share with you guys because, you know, that's my channel. I'm just sharing my clean journey with you, and that's why today I just have all of my conventional beauty favorites, essentially. All these products, I've read their ingredients, I'm totally comfortable using. I know you guys might not have the same opinions as me. That's alright. That's what it is to be human. So let's just go ahead and get into my favorites. So these products I'm going to be sharing, they are products that most of you will probably be considering conventional beauty. I left out those sort of in-between products and in-between brands that, you know, some people think they're clean, some people think they're not. Most of these things are considered conventional in the majority of people's eyes. So the first product I have here is the Too Faced Major Hangover RX. This is just the jumbo size of the Hangover RX primer. I think this actually has pretty good ingredients. Too Faced is a really nice cruelty-free brand, and this is just a really great light moisturizing primer. It really is kind of just like a moisturizer. I feel like this just helps to plump the skin and make makeup go on well. It has this like light coconutty smell, which is really nice. I really enjoy this primer. I've been using this like since I started using makeup. It is also silicone free. So this product I do really enjoy. Next, into foundations. Before I mention these, I feel like foundation is one of those things, even though I have my clean foundation favorites, I feel like there still isn't a full coverage clean foundation that works for me totally and is super long wearing, which is why I get it if you guys like can't find a clean foundation that works for you, because I feel like there's still a lot of room for improvement. Either they have coconut oil or they have ingredients that not everybody can use because their skin is sensitive to it. I feel like clean beauty has come a long way, but I don't think it's totally there to compete with very high performance conventional makeup. And for me, I have acne scarring. I know you guys can't see it that well on camera, and I just love a good full coverage foundation that looks beautiful for the entire day, so I'm not looking at my makeup halfway through the day and being like, oh my god, what happened? That being said, the clean foundations I love, those are still my favorites. I think they're great foundations. Are they the most extreme long wearing? No, which is why I gravitate towards these two for long wear. If you guys are like nurses or you have really long shifts, I do understand clean foundations, again, might not work for you or your skin type if you're super oily. So that's why I'm kind of trying to make this a judgment-free zone. Just because you use conventional beauty doesn't mean you can't use clean beauty, and just because you use clean beauty doesn't mean you have to be super strict about it. So the two foundations that I've recently tried, both of these and fallen in love with them. First one is another product from Too Faced. This is the Born This Way foundation. I've heard so much about this foundation. It's the medium to full coverage foundation. It's called Undetectable. It is cruelty-free, oil-free, all that good stuff. I have the shade Vanilla, which is sort of like my self-tan shade, but it works either way. This foundation looks so beautiful on the skin. I do have a lot of texture, and I feel like this doesn't accentuate it. I use it with a sponge and just do some light layers. It also doesn't have a smell to it. Neither of these foundations have a strong smell, which I really enjoy, because if I am going to use a more conventional foundation, that's the one thing I'm like, ugh, can't smell too fragrance, because I feel like that just gives me a little bit of a headache. This foundation I really enjoy. I would recommend this if you need a really long wearing foundation that is gonna last. It's gonna give you a good amount of coverage. I think my skin really gets along with this product. I don't get any breakouts. It doesn't make me dry. It controls oil for a good amount of time, and I think this is a really solid foundation. Next foundation I just recently tried. This is the Pure 4-in-1 Love Your Selfie foundation. I've also heard so many great things about this, and I tried this recently. It's what I have on today, and I've completely fallen in love with this one as well. I have the shade LN5. If you need full coverage, I would totally recommend this. This can get cakey if you use too much of it at once. So if you just start with a light layer, like, it literally goes such a long way. I really love this product. Again, no scent to it at all, which I really enjoy. I think this is amazing if you need long wear. I wore this past couple days for quite a long time, and it was still looking perfect. I did get like a tiny bit oily, but I think it just performed so beautifully on my skin. And these two I've just been reaching for if I do need something that's a little bit more long wearing. They're also more of a satin matte finish foundation. If you guys don't like anything too dewy, I would definitely recommend these ones. Next up is the very infamous Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. It's popular for a reason. This is an amazing full coverage concealer. This is the fullest coverage concealer I own. Again, I don't think there's a clean option. That is this full coverage, this long wearing, this just smoothing. It looks really nice on the skin. It is more of like a glam product. It's just gonna make you look blank and flawless. And I use the shade Fair. This is actually pretty light. I have this under my eyes. Do I? Actually, no, I have my Cover FX concealer on, but this I don't use this every day, but if I do want more coverage, if I just have a lot to cover, this is my go-to. I've been using this again since I started wearing makeup, essentially. I stopped using it for a while and actually repurchased it because I missed it. It does not crease. If you have problems with concealer creasing, definitely check this one out. All right, let's get into some more fun base products. I have 3 here. The first one is a product from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is their cream contour stick in the shade Fawn. And the reason I use this because I haven't found anything in Clean Beauty as a contour that is this shade. I do like the Physicians Formula bronzing stick. I can't really think of any other contouring products that are this cool toned. Having very fair skin, it's kind of hard to find a contour shade because things do need to be on the cooler side, or else it just looks like bronzer and it doesn't really look natural. And this shade is just perfect. I've had this for the longest time and I'm still not even out of it yet. It blends beautifully, is more of a full coverage pigment, so it doesn't pick up. It's not one of those like sheer products that sort of wipes away the rest of your makeup, and I just think this is great. I haven't found a clean replacement for it yet, and I honestly don't have a problem with the ingredients, so this is my little favorite contour, cream contour. The next product is a ColourPop. This is their Super Shock Cheek Highlight. I just recently tried this and I actually really like it. It's definitely a more very blingy type of highlight. If you want like a nice impact, like, this is so beautiful. I picked this up again because I didn't it's really hard for me to find a highlighter that's light enough for my skin as well. I feel like a lot of them, they're more of that light champagne, which always shows up a little darker on my cheeks. This one doesn't. It's so beautiful. It's a really interesting, if you guys haven't tried these formulas, they're like a creamy powder. Really hard to explain, but if you do use one of these, make sure you kind of coat your brush with it and buff it into your skin, or else it can get a little patchy. But this I do have on my cheekbones, and I think it's so beautiful. Really nice little product from ColourPop. Next we have another contouring product. This is the beautiful Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow. You guys have probably heard of this. These formulas are really, really stunning. Again, this product I use because it's really hard for me to find a natural looking contour, having fair skin and just, you know, again, Clean Beauty doesn't have a lot of contour powders that I know of, just bronzers. So this shade is so perfect. It's lighter than the Anastasia contour stick. It's just more sheer in pigment, but it has that sort of similar tone. It's a little bit neutral, and also this highlight does work for me when I'm a little bit tan. It can be a tad dark on my naturally fair skin, but I really enjoy this. The powders are so finely milled and they honestly blend like a dream. Okay, and this is my very last base product. I don't know if you guys would consider this clean, conventional. Who cares? They don't really mean anything anyway. But this is the Rach Loves Pixie Highlighter Palette. I love these Pixie highlighters. They are so, so beautiful. This shade and this light pink shade are the ones that I can use. Again, more of a dramatic looking highlight. So if you want something more subtle, I mean, you can put a light layer, but still I think they're very metallic on the skin. I actually do have this one on as well. I have the light pink shade on my cheekbones, and I also have a little bit on the inner corner. I love using these for the inner corner. This is a good palette. I think you get a good range of shades. Like the deeper one, you can make a little pop of purple if you wanted to. This one's a little dark, but if you had like lighter to medium skin, I think you would really enjoy that. So that was that. All right, let's get into conventional eyeshadow palettes. The first one I have, I think you guys would probably consider this conventional. It's the Persona Cosmetics Identity 2 palette. This has a really gorgeous like range of shades. I personally love like these pink tones. I just don't have a lot of shades like that. But you also get some neutral browns, some more jewel tones. I think this is a really unique palette in my collection, and I really enjoy the formula on these. I think it's a great little palette. And next up is a palette that I decided to purchase in the summer, and this is the Jackie Aina Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. I used to love Anastasia palettes. I loved Modern Renaissance. Those were just such my shades. And these formulas are unlike anything. They're so smooth, they're so buttery, and they give you pigment like no other. So this is what the colorway looks like. Some of these aren't intended for use around the eye, so just be aware of that. I think they tell you exactly online. I believe it's like these like more pigmented type of pressed pigments, but these are just absolutely stunning. This like area right here, I just personally really love these warm shades. The shade Sponsor is like the most unique eyeshadow I own. It is similar to a Bodyography pressed pigment that I have, but other than that, I really love these. These are just, they have some really gorgeous jewel tones, but also neutrals. I know a lot of people say like this doesn't work for light skin, but I definitely disagree with that. I think they're totally workable for light skin, also dark skin, of course. I love Jackie Aina, and I think this is a beautiful curation of palettes, and I'm really glad I picked this up. The other conventional shadows I have, these are from ColourPop. These ones are the Cloven Hollow ones, but the rest of these, all the circular pans, are ColourPop shadows. I've had these for a while. I think I got these before I got into Clean Beauty, but these are just, again, really nice eyeshadow for the price. I feel like especially clean eyeshadows can be so expensive, like the Aether Beauty palettes. I know Prism palette has some really beautiful, colorful shades, but those, again, they're really expensive. I know it is a smaller company, but this is just a good option for people who need more affordable products. Have a bunch of warm tone shades, a couple pops of pink and red. I think these are nice. They're definitely like a go-to formula. They're not like as good as the Anastasia Beverly Hills shadows, but they are a really, really nice option. Next up, I have 4 eye products. First is the Physicians Formula Eye Booster. I use this all the time. I've told you guys that I use this. I do have clean eyeliners that I like, but this one I still like to have on hand because it gives me the thinnest line. I've been using this for years, so I'm just so used to it. I actually need to pick up a new one. Doesn't irritate my eyes, doesn't do anything weird, stays on all day, doesn't flake, is literally just like the perfect liner in my opinion. I absolutely love this. And then for my brows, I've been recently using the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. Brow pencils is something that I actually frequently purchased conventional just because I run through these so quickly. And I feel like it's just crazy to keep buying like a $30 brow pencil. I will say the Eco Brow Pomade, that lasts forever if you want a clean brow product. But in terms of pencil, I like this one from NYX. It's the Micro Brow. really little and precise and just performs well. I use the shade Taupe. And then I have two other eye products. These are just Pixi products. It's the Endless Shade Stick. This is like a bronze shade. Again, just a really beautiful, smooth and creamy crease-proof shadow. These are their, what are these called? The Fairy Lights, I believe. I have a couple different shades of these. I'm not going to swatch it because I don't want glitter all over me. Really enjoy. Again, not sure if you guys would consider Pixi conventional or not. I think they're one of those in-between brands, but I threw them in here anyway. Lastly, I have two different liquid lipstick formulas that I really enjoy. They're both from the drugstore. These are the Physicians Formula, the Healthy Lips. I love the formulas of these. They're really comfortable. They can be a little bit drying. I mean, I feel like all liquid lipsticks are a little bit drying, but they're super smooth and plush on the lips. This shade is Nutritious. And then I have this one, which is called Restorative Effects, which is just a classic red. I think I actually got this like free with my Physicians Formula order. But these are a really nice liquid lipstick option. They're like on the higher side of the drugstore price-wise, but I think they're really beautiful. And then I also really love the Pixi Matte Lap. I also really love the Pixi Matte Last Liquid Lipsticks. I've used these on my channel before. I have a bunch of shades of these, like all the nude ones. I make so many like nice Your Lips But Better shades for all skin tones. This one is the shade, what is this? Wash Nude. I'm wearing the shade Matte Beige with a PVT. I'm wearing the shade Matte Beige now with a PYT gloss on top of it. Really nice. Again, it can be more drying, but if you need something long wearing, I do really like these. Alright guys, that was it for the conventional products I still own, use, and love. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoy it, and I hope the concept of this video came off right. I just want this channel to be a place for everybody, no matter if you use all clean beauty, all conventional beauty, if you're just curious about certain brands. Welcome to my channel. Subscribe if you aren't already, and I will see you guys in my next video.